Up against the entirety of the White Sand Demons, Mo Fan, Zhang and Zia Hong try to figure out their next line of action. Just then, Mo Fan tries to cast a spell, and he informs Zia Hong that he should interfere with the White Sand Demons on his right. Then, he seals Zia Hong's shadow to attract those at the left. Then, he instructs Zhang to join him as they attack the White Sand Demons together. With his escape shadow magic, he lures some of the demons to one side. Meanwhile, some of the demons charge at Zhang, and he uses his magic shield to shield them from the attack. With the shield up, the demons continue to hit it repeatedly. Now that the demons are in close range, this allows Mo Fan to launch an attack of his own. He uses a magic fist in order to cleanse the demons. This causes them to be tormented in flames. Seeing this, Zhang doesn't want to be left out. He immediately pulls out his fire sword and charges at the demons, cutting through their armor. Then, in one fell swoop, he slashes a large number of them from a distance. Watching him do this, Mo Fan is impressed. While this is going on, Xin Zia and the others watch from afar. On the other hand, Zhang's cousin is pleased with their actions, especially since they have mostly cleared out the White Sand Demons in the area. The little girl informs her that they are skilled at shifting, disrupting and dispersing enemy formations. She says that no matter how many demons they are up against, it will be difficult for the demons to close to them. Since they are pure violent mage with destructive magic, this she sees as a perfect combination. Meanwhile, the fight isn't over just yet. While Mo Fan absorbs the sauks of the slain White Sand Demons, Zia Hong approaches him with multiple demons after him. Apparently, this had been a part of the plan, and Zia Hong finally executes it. Before they get close, he uses his inflammation magic to trap them amidst several earth walls. This allows Mo Fan to strike them with his fire fist magic. With this, they succeed in defeating the White Sand Demons and earn themselves some time to rest. While doing so, Zhang Causing spends her time cooking, and the other are relaxed. Just as Mo Fan lies peacefully, his magic pendant blinks. This causes him to be pleased at the fact that he has honed his skills. He realizes that he has hit 5 gold foils in the river. Seeing how much he has improved from this trip so far, he believes there will be more opportunity to come here in order to get more points in the future. This is most especially since he will be able to strengthen himself and his pendant, although he believes strengthening the pendant at an early stage would not be good. He, however, doesn't seem to care, and has his eyes focuses on being able to strengthen the 4th level hunting dog. Doing this will give him the power of a high-level mage. The next morning, they all wake up strengthened and ready to head to their next destination. This happens to be the North Point. To prepare for the trip, the little girl advises them to pack lightly. Advancing towards the North Point, Zia Hong senses that the fire element in the area is very strong. At that moment, the little girl informs them that, based on the knowledge she has collected, there should be hidden sparks of heaven and earth under the turbid source. Due to thus, she lets them know that many spiritual and hybrid species have been bred here. Also, because of the obstruction of the Sand Net River, few people have entered this North Point area since ancient times. Furthermore, she lets them know of the legend that countless genius treasures can be found in the area. To scan the area, she hands them all element surveyors to bury in the soil. This is in order to seek out species living in the area. When each of them grab an element surveyor, they all spread out and put into the ground. While they do so, she tells them that in order to birth new life, a strong flame is awakening. She states that Yanji is always entrenched near a flame forest species. Due to thus, she believes that if they can find flame forest, then they will not be so far away from Yanji. Hearing this, they head to their various spots and insert the element surveyor where needed. As they do so, the little girl lets them know that the element surveyor can also attract demons and urges them to be fast. When they are all done inserting their element surveyors, she checks her tablet for readings and points out a safe direction for them to go. While advancing towards that direction, Zia Hong notices a large fire in a distance. However, Zhang thinks the fire is getting bigger and could reach the sky upon doing so. Upon close observation, Mo Fan realizes that the fire isn't getting bigger but is approaching them. Realizing thus, they all turn around and begin to run. While running, Zhang seeks to know if they can dodge the flame, but Mo Fan lets him know that it would be very hard to do so, since the area has no hiding spots. The one who seems to be most scared in all of this is Zhang's cousin, who thinks the power of the flame is even more powerful than destruction. When they pause briefly, they see that they are not the only ones being chased by the flame. Apparently, some creatures are also on the run from it. Seeing them, Zhang has no idea what they are and wonders where they came from. However, the little girl states that they are the Sakai beasts, which happens to be creatures known for their defensive abilities. This is due to their armor which can withstand any form of damage. Apparently, this armor is made from Kai mold material. When Jiang's cousin sees that they are also running for their lives, she confirms just how powerful the heavenly fire is. At this point, they all decide to continue running. This is because, if they are burnt to death by the flame, they can't end up being trampled upon by the beasts. To save their lives, Mo Fan suggests that they all run towards the sand close to the river. Hearing this, the little girl confirms it, since the scope of the heavenly fire should be bounded by the river. While they approach the river, they are met by a cliff. Without hesitation, they all jump off, hoping to land safely in the sand. Unfortunately, for the Sakai beasts, they all fall directly off the cliff. On the other hand, Mo Fan and his team land safely on the sand and continue running. Meanwhile, just before they land, Xinzia uses her magic to calm the heart of the white sand demons in the area, allowing them free passage. This didn't seem to be the same for the Sakai beasts, who survived the fall, as they continued to be chased by the heavenly fire. For getting past the white sand demons, Mo Fan and the others take cover. With Mo Fan and his team nowhere to be found, the white sand demons set their sights on the Sakai beasts approaching them. When the first set of beasts come, they strike them with their sword and the two species engage in a heated battle. While they do so, the heavenly fire gets to them and burns them to the ground. Due to the impact of this incident, the military gets wind of the situation. However, instead of bothering about the well-being of the creatures, they are reminded of the fact that various treasures await could be found after an incident like this. Meanwhile, Mo Fan and the others finally come out of hiding and are shocked at the sight. However, the little girl lets them know about the treasures, and they confirm this by finding little droplets of gold. Seeing how desperate they are, she informs them that all of this are minor compared to what they could find. Just then, she informs them of a large treasure reading from her device, and they all run towards that direction. Getting there, they see a fairly large fireball. When Mo Fan touches the fireball and puts it in the glass cup with him, Jiang and the others feel so excited about it. The fireball is called the Heaven Disaster Flame, which now they believe is truly in Zhaoyuan. The little girl then mentioned that the Gandhi type of fireball is a high-quality one, used for forging grinding tools. Suddenly, when Zia Hong expresses his view on this that it is not to be true about the fireball, Jiang's cousin tells them their focus shouldn't be on the round type of fireball they just found. She tells them where they are is famous for its flames, therefore there are some special treasures still hidden there. However, it takes a certain amount of flame for it to bloom and bear fruit. But then, she notices others are looking at her in awe as she analyzes this, making her feel awkward. As she asks what's wrong, Xinzia tells her, since they are all in the same team, it means they can walk through life and death, and that she should know better. Whereby, Jiang's cousin tells them, she only thinks they should set their goals higher and find something more precious. Jiang, who wants to be certain, asks her if she thinks they are close to where the Yanji is, or if they are close to it. The little girl, who is surprised and angry at how Jiang's cousin is able to know about Zhaoyuan so much, as it seems, she has surpassed them who had been prepared for this. Jiang comes in to confront his cousin, telling her he had already told her they were all trustworthy people. Therefore, she decided to tell them everything she knows about the place. She begins with a relative of hers, whose body was burned by flames without leaving anywhere unburnt. And no matter how many physicians they hire, the body cannot return to its normal state. Jiang thought the person she was talking about was her distant relative, who often lives in her house, but instead she tells them this person she mentioned happens to be her mother. This surprises Jiang as he becomes confused about whom he has been calling her mother all this while. Mo Fan is what the burn on her mother's skin is from, which she identifies as the sky flame. This happened 12 years ago, when her father and mother came to Zhaoyuan in search for a Martian species. Unfortunately for them, they almost lost their lives, as the fire in that axis is about to engulf them. Therefore, in order to save her husband, her mother uses the sealing tool in herself, therefore, uses the last wind trick to deploy her father away from the gushing flames, leaving herself there as she was consumed by the flames. Her father, who escaped the disaster, gets to bring back a treasure which became the family's most scarce resource, and his status from then completely changed. Thereby, her mother, who was engulfed by the flames of the heavenly robbery, get to be saved by a creature, who wrapped her entire body, burnt from the flame, and she miraculously survived. This said creature also plucked a fruit for her mother to eat, in order to prevent her internal organs from being burned together. Therefore, her mother rested in Zhaoyuan for many years before getting help from a treasure hunter for helped her home. Meanwhile, her father already has another woman without even acknowledging her mother's return, and he seemed to have forgotten her mother sacrificed her life for him to live. Now he sees her as a burden and locks her in a corner. Now, her mother's life is worse than death, without having a reason to live or move forward. But then, she promises her mother she would find someone who can cure hers, but she failed to find one, as she looked down in disappointment. Fan tells her but they are only there to find the fruit of fire, which she tells him that the fire bear fruits only after the appearance of the heavenly calamity flame, which will wither in a few days. She concludes that her mother waited there for several years for this fruit but couldn't get it, and her father has never been felt bad about it before, therefore she will get it fro her mother. The little girl then tells her no wonder she knows so much about Zhaoyuan, which is from what her mother had told her. But then, Zhang's cousin tells that she doesn't expect the flames to be this strong even when and she's sorry she didn't tell them all this earlier. Zhang's cousin then tells them to find the fire result stone with her, whereby she only needs one, therefore they can share the rest within themselves. She tells them the fruit has very high value, and Yanji seem to be the protectors for the fruit of life, which means as long as they can find the fruit they can also find the silver base too. But this fruit of the fire is said to be located on top of a volcano in the north corner of Zhaoyuan. If you like this recap, do let me know in the comments, and obviously leave your like too. Do not forget to share with your friends and subscribe. Above all, activate your notification bell so you don't miss the next recap when it drops. Until next time, do take care and stay safe.